Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out, might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. I know what they thinking, they don't even gotta say it. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions, and I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10.
We are at the oldest continually operating stadium in the NFL as you get a look inside Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Hey, Michael, step! Lady! I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you.
On 1st down, Stafford here. Pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Rashawn Gary in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
2nd down.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Stafford. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Yeah, I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Returnable for Grant. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Well, he's going to take a shot right away, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right?
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Packers. Tevin Coleman, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Stafford completing it here to Marvin Jones. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Get a 20! Right there, 56. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day on this. It's going to be a long day.
3rd and 2, Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
1st down, Lions.
280. Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, 4 down.
Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the 49-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Back to throw, Stafford. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. He'll get this into the hands of Travis Fulgham. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they begin this drive in very precarious field position inside their own 5.
And remember, this is a defense that's already scored once in this game, so you've got to really take care and make sure that you're blocking these guys to try and wedge the ball out from the shadow of your own end zone. And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
And now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top.
A first carry now for the BYU man. It's Jamal Williams. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison. Breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Tevin Coleman. 92 yards, and the Packers have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
At the 26-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation.
Watch the 32.
From the gun, here's Stafford. This complete to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here comes Grant on the return. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, it certainly appears that in this game, someone has decided they're going to open up their playbook. 1st quarter, and we see that play? I like their style.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Single.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw caught here by Bird. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. It's caught here by Adams. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. So far they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now sometimes if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 19-yard line.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Watch that end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
3 down.
Now Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
First down, Detroit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Strong right. Strong right. Good track. Good track.
On 2nd and a yard. Stafford, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. The shotgun snap for Stafford. That's to Fulgham, complete. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Strong left. Strong left. 32.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And now look at him go. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Extra point try now for Crosby. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, Stafford. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. He's able to work free for about 6 down to the 18.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
18-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Right here, right here.
Kill. Right. Get up.
They will run with Grant. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off.
Get it. 319.
It's our field. It's our field.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Coleman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Damon Harrison, the one on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 11-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They begin the drive with Coleman. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
At the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D. Rush in. Jump out. Rush in.
This is Grant. And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Lions have recovered. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky.
He's got a man complete. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer 1st down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Rodgers now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
Here's Grant. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Taco Charlton coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th.
Mason Crosby on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
To throw again. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Stafford. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 32-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Stafford now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Again, it's Stafford. He lets this one fly toward the back, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Emmanuel Ogbah. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Rodgers. He'll get this into the hands of Bird. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Green 18. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Wide. Green 18.
On 1st down, it's Coleman. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them. I wouldn't worry about that very much at all. Just continue to do what they've been doing.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Artie Burns, former first-rounder, there to break that one up. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Johnson on the counter. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, Stafford. It's caught, Jones. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Lady! Watch the run. They're running it.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Josh Jackson, the former Iowa Hawkeye, made the play defensively.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch right, watch right, watch right. Watch the run.
Here's Stafford. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 at the 44-yard line.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. But I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Green 18. Check. 42's the mark. Crunch time, defense. Hey, watch it, watch it.
Off the draw, here's Williams. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Tackle made by the 3rd-round pick out of Louisiana, Tracy Walker.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
It's 3rd down and 6.
Green 18. Quick.
Rodgers now to throw on 3rd down. And he finds Seals Jones complete. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Complete to Ricky Seals Jones. 1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Jamal Williams with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
At the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Strong right. Even.
Operating from the gun. Stafford, he completes it to Jones. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And that is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Get 300. Get 300.
Now Rodgers from the gun. He'll throw. Man open. That's Marquez Valdez-Scantling. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
319. Let's put them on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. Check, Mike. 319. 319.
Here's Rodgers on 3rd down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a give right side, Coleman. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
158. 630. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
2nd and 5 now. Rodgers got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 30. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a play fake. Rodgers. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. And even 30 yards on a play that began back at the 30. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now Rodgers to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. Rodgers gives this to Jamal Williams. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Here's Rodgers operating from the gun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Boy, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss on one like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And the 13-year man puts it through, and that will push this lead up to 20 now. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Check, waiting. 56 is the mic. Yeah, that's what I do.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Stafford. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Set. 80. 56, right there. 56.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
On 1st down, Stafford here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Stafford. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
And it's 4th down.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
56, the Libra. Check 56. He's tired of me. He's tired of us.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. Catch made by Fulgham. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Watch the shift. Watch real right, 22.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
On 2nd and 9, Stafford looking in, and he has his receiver. That's Jones. Lions touchdown. Marvin Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point good by Prater. And that will shave one more off this lead. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Coleman. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. Here it's 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, Rodgers. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go now. Hey, no one. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Slam. Monday.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 4-yard line.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Johnson. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Set. Get it, 20. Hey, I'm coming after you.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hawkinson. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
You better bring. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Set. 180.
1st down.
Tackles.
Stafford on 1st down. Open man is born. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Got the connection here to Bourne. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
1st down, Lions.
One last throw here for Stafford. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it, and they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Green Bay, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the win moves them to 6-1. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.